So our old friend Don Boozer is asking, says, curious about washing a PV semi-traditional kilt in a washing machine. How do you keep the buckles from damaging the tub? How do you protect the straps? Just curious about the actual logistics of the washable kilt prep, actual washing and drying.
Okay. How do you protect the leather and stop the buckles from damaging your washing machine? You don't, and you don't.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Done.
Pretty much it.
Solve that one.
I've owned 50 something kilts.
That's an underestimate.
Yeah, that's fair. It's probably closer to 100, the number I've sold. Let's say I've owned 100 kilts. I've laundered them many, many, many times, often in a washing machine. Or my wife has, in fairness, I'm not going to lie and say I sat there and laundered every one of my kilts. It's never hurt the washing machine that I've ever seen or worried about. That she and believe me, she would yell at me if something of mine ruined the washing machine. So I don't see it as a problem. We've never had a customer say like, "Hey, this has been a problem."
I've never heard of anybody saying that. I've washed my semi-traditional kilts with buckles and straps in a washing machine plenty of times. I've never had this problem. I've never heard this problem.
Yeah.
If it is something you're still worried about and can't get it out of your head, I guess you could, attach your buckles and straps and try to flip the whole thing inside out so that those buckles aren't hitting the outside of your tub. But I don't really think that's necessary.
Or make little pockets out of old socks.
Yeah.
Wrap them up.
How violent is this washing machine?
You should be using a gentle, delicate cycle, for the record.
Is it a mosh pit? Like, what is going on?
He's like loading it into the washing machine. He's like beating the hell out of the machine with his kilt, whipping it in there. Like, darn USA kilts. This is how I wash all my stuff.
You do look like you're in a mosh pit.
I know, exactly. All right. Enough of my moshing days. Get wild.
Before you hurt yourself.
Or you.
Throw out your shoulder or something.
Exactly. Ooh, my back. Damn kids. Mosh pits and hula hoops. So.
Hula hoops.
Well, you bring him a hula hoop to your mosh pit?
And
Why
their
not?
damn Rubik's Cubes.
I know. You're sticking hoop games?
Oh, Lance's favorite from his
Exactly. I think we broke you in there. All right. Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about that part. The leather that we use for the straps and buckles on our semi-traditional kilts is actually different than the straps and buckles that we use or the straps that we use on our wool kilts, in that it is a veg tan leather. It's the same, it's the same stuff that you can get from a couple different suppliers over in Scotland that, kilt makers buy all their notions from, their little bits and bobs, as it were. But it's a veg tan leather, and it doesn't like suck up the water in the same way that our like higher quality leather that, same kind of stuff that we make our belts out of, does. So it's not a problem. And the bigger problem would be with leather specifically, if you put it in the dryer. It's the sudden, heat change and fast drying thing that kind of screws up and or cracks the leather. So the way we tell people to launder their semi-traditional kilts is put it in the washing machine, gentle cycle, let it go through, make sure
no fabric softener.
No fabric softener, make sure the buckles don't bang in the drum and ruin your drum, apparently. But, and then once it's done washing in the washing machine, take it out, snap it dry, and then lay it over the back of the couch, lay it over a clothes rack, lay it at the bottom of the bed, and let it air dry. While it is damp, I would, kind of swoosh out or even out, I would say, the pleats to kind of let them rest and dry in a more natural position versus like all crumpled up. It makes your job ironing a lot easier. Do the same thing with the straps. So the leather straps, when they come out of the washing machine, if you've left them in the buckles, take them out of the buckles to dry. I would make sure that they're nice and flat. If you want to try to take some of the moisture out yourself, then I would say take like some paper towels and, fold up, like 4 or 5 folds in a paper towel and like squish it and kind of press the strap in the paper towel to try to absorb some of the water out of the strap, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. I've never had someone come back and say, 3-4 washings later, my washing machine ruined this kilt. You said I could wash it. Frankly, it'll be fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Or that this kilt has ruined my washing machine.
Or that the kilt's ruined the washing machine. Exactly.
Yeah. This is related to a question we get more commonly down in customer service, which is, will you guys take the embossed leather straps? I love those on your wool kilts, and will you put them on your semi-traditional kilt? And the answer is no, because you don't want to put those embossed straps through the wash in the same way. It'll absorb all the moisture. The embossing comes out. So that is one point we won't bend on.
Yeah. The embossed leather straps are a better grade of leather. And what happens is the leather, when it gets wet, it swells. And the problem is then the embossing essentially almost goes away or lessens a lot. So you can wet wash it, but it's not ideal. It's not great. A lot of my wool kilts that I've wet washed, the embossing is lesser than it was when I first got the straps done. So something to keep in mind.
Yep.
Good point. So we always tell people how we wash our kilts. I want to know what you guys do. Down in the comments, tell me if you have any hints, tips, tricks for washing your kilt or drying your kilt, and what do you use when you wash your kilt? Like what kind of laundry detergent? Let me know.